Hello and welcome to Physical Geology for the fall semester of 2018. My name is Robert Lopez. I'll be your instructor for this lecture and lab 4-unit course. And so here I am on Canvas. On the home page for Canvas, you'll find the textbook material, how to link to their website here, and then also more importantly the required lab kit. And the kit, I have another video that shows what the kit contains, like rocks and minerals, graduated cylinders, and that material. So there's some information here on how you can order the kit. I'll also go through this on the syllabus, which is the next tab right here. So looking at the syllabus, one of the key things I want you to focus on here is my contact information up here at the top. The lecture text, you'll find that the Canvas quizzes, some of the exam questions, but mostly for the Canvas quizzes, you'll need this lecture text, and again, it serves as background material for this course. The lab kit, certainly you cannot pass this class without having the materials, right? So this will contain the rocks, the minerals, graduated cylinders, soil samples, and a variety of other materials to help you complete the labs that are embedded in our Canvas page here. And we'll go through that in a little bit here. You can download a PDF on how to order your kit, but I kind of spell it out here as well. One of the key things you'll need to do is when you go to esciencelabs.com and you open a new account, after you enter your name, it's going to ask you for university, right? So what you want to enter West Valley Community College. If you enter West Valley College, it's not going to find us, and you'll have a hard time trying to find this kit, because this kit 7555 is a special kit. It's specially made for the West Valley College labs that I've set up for you here on Canvas, right? So anyways, and also when you enter the SKU, you're only entering kit 7555. Don't enter SKU. But anyhow, you can kind of read through this, look at the course themes, some of the learning outcomes. Certainly by the end of the course, you'll have a good understanding of how Earth works, and specifically plate tectonics, and Earth materials in terms of identifying minerals and rocks. The next thing I have in here is what I call the contract. And here, primarily we're looking at how Canvas LMS works. Remember, LMS is for the Learning Management System. And in this case, in fact, we're going through it right now. The key thing in the Canvas is I present the course under the Modules tab. So the Modules tab, so you'll see up here on the upper left part of your screen, you'll see modules. And then here is where I present the course, and I'll present them in terms of chapters. A series, each module will be a specific chapter. Although for plate tectonics, I use 2 modules or 2 weeks, because it's really the cornerstone for geology, plate tectonics. So we really need to understand that in some detail. So that's where the course will be presented in these modules. Each module will have a learning guide, and that learning guide will basically be an outline of what you need to complete for this particular week. What assignments are due, or what you need to, what discussion forum, what writing or reading you have to do, what quizzes you have to take. So I recommend that you actually print that out and use it as a checklist, so as to make sure you complete everything in a timely manner. And saying that, notice that for this class, each week will be 1 module, so we'll have 15 modules, and the last week is the finals week for week 16. But for the 15 weeks, we'll have 15 assignments due, right? And they're all due on Sunday nights at 11:59 or 11:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? Pacific Coast Time. So, which means for this course, because it's a lecture, so for lectures, you're usually meeting 3 hours on campus, but you also have a lab, it's an additional 3 hours. But for every lecture, you should spend about an hour to hour and a half of homework time. So for this course, you're going to need to spend about 10 to 12 hours of work per week, right? Because this is held entirely online, you will need to dedicate that time for this course. Again, here's more material, more information on the labs, right? So you need to order that lab kit. One of the things I mentioned up here is that the lab kit does take about 3 to about 7 days to arrive. But the good thing here is our first lab out of this kit is not due till September 16th. So you have about 2 weeks, right? So so if you order it today, you'll have plenty of time to get it, because certainly by the time we get to minerals for week 3 of the course, you need the samples, right? You absolutely need the samples. So anyways, you'll have plenty of time to order your kit and get it before the first labs are due. Another big part of the course is not for every module, but certainly for the first 2 weeks, because Google Earth is free. Instead of having the labs coming from eScience Labs, from your lab kit, we're going to use Google Earth to do our first couple of labs. One is on Earth and Sky, and that's kind of more of a Google Earth exercise that kind of introduces you how to use Google Earth and some of the features like the ruler and measuring tools in Google Earth. And then we'll do one on plate tectonics as well. So I have a whole separate video, which I think follows this video here, that shows you how to download Google Earth and how to get these KMZ files that I have available for you right here on our Canvas webpage. Now, you can read more about due dates here. You're probably all, if you're taking online classes, you're familiar with due dates and how they're being final. I mean, let me know if you're falling behind. I'm checking. I'll let you know. I'm pretty flexible. We can work these out, but I want to see work and progress made on your part there, right? So you need to show me the effort. Now, one thing about our Canvas quizzes, and you know, the quizzes are going to be a large part of this course. I allow you to take those quizzes 2 times, right? So, and I take the better of the 2 scores, and I don't have a time limit on those. So, you know, go through the readings, take the quiz, see what you missed, go back, review that material, take the quiz again, and you should be able to get the full score in all these quizzes here. So that goes for all the chapter reading quizzes, and I have a series of Geol1A tutorials, which are animations that kind of guide you, give you a different way of looking at the material presented for that particular module or week. Exams, again, we're not going to time the exam, so don't stress out about the time, but I only allow 1 attempt for the exam. Now, on these exams, you want to make sure you have a good internet connection, a quiet. Now, the other big part of the exams, I mentioned earlier that the quizzes are primarily from the reading, the chapter quizzes, or these Geol1A exercises. But for the exams, they're primarily from my lectures, right? So I have a series of video lectures for each module, and each lecture series has a series of study questions. And I picked the exam questions from those study guide questions. And so I highly recommend that you answer all those study guide questions. And really the way you can do that is by taking notes. You take notes on my video lectures, right? Now, here are some exam dates. So here's a table showing the exams and what topics were presented on those particular exams. Note that no exam is comprehensive. Although when we're thinking about plate tectonics, because it is an underlying thing, it kind of pops up along the way here for each chapter, right? So it kind of builds on itself. So the final is not comprehensive. It just covers the last few chapters that we cover in this course here. Now we have a series of discussion forums, and discussion forums are either you read an article and you answer a science and society quiz or assignment. There's a series of short writing essay questions you have to do, and also some multiple choice questions. Also, we'll have a few discussion forums along the way for each particular chapter. Here's a tentative points breakdown. If you need, well, since I'm giving you unlimited time on the exams, right? So it's not but if you need any additional service, you can contact the ESP services, and we can work something out there. We welcome all veterans. Let me know if you need any special conditions. I'm happy to accommodate whatever you may need there. And then again, 10 to 12 hours per week. That's what you're expected out of this course. And you can visit the West Valley College e-learning homepage, and there's a couple of videos in there you should look. And it's just kind of like testimonials, what people go through in their online course experiences. You're not going to drop the course, right? We're going to all complete this. We're all going to get A's in this course. So probably ignore this, but you want to, and I'll keep tabs on you, and I'll prod you along. If you start falling behind, I'll let you know. Like I said, I do have some flexibility there, but I do want to see a progress made on your end as well. Now, there's a little bit more information here about academic dishonesty. We're not going to have a problem with that. You guys are pretty good. And then field trips. I do have one trip. I know some of you are probably far away and won't be able to come out to California or up here to Central California to do this trip. But if you're around and you have some time, I'm going to do a one-day trip to Pinnacles National Park over in a little bit south of Hollister, California there. It's a really important geologic piece of the puzzle that solves a mystery about the San Andreas Fault, so we can kind of address what's going on there. Now, I will camp the Saturday night, October 13th. I'll bring some telescopes out, and because it's going to be a pretty dark sky that night as well. It's a waxing moon, but it's only about maybe, I think it's 15%. It sets by 9 o'clock, so we'll have plenty of dark skies. Now, if you want to camp, I recommend you go to Pinnacles Campground, the Park Service, and get a campsite. And I noticed there were still several available, but I will have one. You can only sleep 6 people per site. So, and again, this trip, it's not just our class. I'm teaching 2 other geology classes, and I'm inviting those students. So it might fill up pretty quickly. So if you're interested in doing this trip, let me know. Send me an email saying, yeah, you're going to come for sure. And then I'll send you some more details in terms of what gear you need. Now, if you just want to come out for the day, right? We're meeting at 11 o'clock. We'll be done by 4 p.m. I think I put in here somewhere. Yeah, 4 p.m. And you can just drive back home. But if you want to camp, it would be fun. Now, again, here's some materials you'll need for the class, some tips on being successful in this class, and then I have the tentative course schedule here on the bottom. As we go through here, note that Canvas actually puts a course summary at the bottom. And and here's another kind of way of thinking about what quizzes and assignments are due for this particular week. So I have it already set up. So for September 2nd, we have everything is due here by next Sunday, September 2nd. September 9th, we have these assignments due. It's the 16th, these, and you can see it just goes on from there, right? And essentially I think I have the whole course done. So, and there's no law against working ahead. If you want to start working ahead and trying to get this course done sooner than later, by all means. I mean, the material is there. It's available to you, and you can just kind of plow ahead. And remember, contact me with any questions. One of the things I say up here, my responsibility to you is I will, in terms of your professor, I will get back to you within 24 hours, either through email, phone call. Some people have problems with the Google Earth, and so we can set up a Skype or WebEx type of, I think now we're using something called Zoom, where I can show you share my screen with you, and I can kind of guide you how to get to, how to do the Google Earth exercises. So, because those Google Earth exercises are worth about 20 to 25 points each, and they're significant. They're an important part of the course, so you really want to get those going. But for anyhow, let's stop here for now, and I'll see you in the next video.